I have what's called autism-spectrum disorder. So the way I kind of experience autism-spectrum disorder is that I learn and process information differently than my peers. Math was a lot easier to understand for a lot of my peers. For me, it was the opposite. Even the most simple, basic concept, I had to have it explained to me or have it broken down for me in some sort of unique way as part of my learning process. One of the other things I struggled with was when I was born, the muscles in my legs didn't adapt like everyone else's. I wore like these brace things when I was younger, and then I did therapeutic horseback riding too while I was in middle school. I had to like learn how to use my legs to like get the horse to either trot or to like get the horse to stop. So that definitely helped me with adapting my muscles, because my legs, I don't have a problem with my legs anymore. But what really got me into running was when the shutdown happened. I obviously was gonna have to be on a computer all day doing my classes, but my mother told me and my brother that just because we were gonna be home sitting on our butts on our laptops, that did not give us an excuse to not go outside and exercise. So every morning at like 8 o'clock, I would do a 3-mile loop in this neighborhood up at the top of my street called the Heights. I would get pulled out of class sometimes to work with a counselor or a specialist and do all kinds of tests to examine my learning ability. I remember one time I took a test, was shown a picture and asked to see what in the picture stands out to me the most, or what's wrong with the picture, what doesn't make sense with the picture. I thought that I was different from everybody else in a bad way, that all of these things about me, I wouldn't fit into certain cliques in public school because of the way that I was as a person, how I acted. But I think really the turning point was my final year of middle school, because it was also around this time that my parents realized that the public high school where my mother works as a full-time English teacher, she realized that I was not going to succeed academically at that high school. And she knew that the resources there were not going to help me succeed. I attended, the school was called Wye River Upper School. I attended there all 4 years, and it's a high school for neurodiverse students. But I came to learn at Wye River to embrace my differences, and I don't let anyone tell me otherwise. It's basically, sticks and stones don't break my bones. So I'm at Beacon to pursue a bachelor's degree in the humanities because I'm really into theater. It is a school for neurodiverse students. So students with any form of ADHD, dyslexia, any type of learning disability, or people like myself who are on the spectrum. What I like about performing is that it gives me a chance to kind of become something different, to kind of get away from anything in the real world that is either bothering everyone or bothering us individually, and just allow the imagination to kind of take over. I think people believe that individuals with neurodiversity cannot get through life without a certain level of help. Attending Beacon, I've also noticed that with some of the families of the students who have come to Beacon, that some of them they don't like to be as open with their children about helping them understand that they have this disability and kind of sheltering them as what they believe to be protecting them. They don't understand how to interact with others socially, or they don't really understand what's wrong with them. And again, were possibly sheltered by their parents their whole lives and not really told why they were the way they were academically or socially. From, I guess, day one, my parents wanted to get me the resources I needed to succeed. They were open with me, and I was aware at a young age that I was different than my peers. And not a lot of people around the world, including here in the US, have been as fortunate as I have.